Yet another busy week for gaming with Doom the Dark Ages just coming out. I'm not going to say out of nowhere. There was plenty of marketing and everything for it. But it definitely came out, and I've been playing it. I'm only on mission like 5 out of 22. Let me make that clear. I would have played more of it, but I've had a very busy weekend with going to the movies. We went and saw Final Destination Bloodlines. And if you haven't seen that, it's brutal and it's wonderful, and you should. Anyway, but that's neither here nor there. I finally got the chance to sit down and play Doom a little bit, and I just wanted to yap about it, kind of talk about pros and cons, just some general first impressions. But I started playing it probably 2 days ago, I think. And don't worry, the footage that I'm showing is literally only from the first level. It's just first level footage. So everything you see, I mean, if you consider the first level, I guess, spoiler, then my bad. But if you don't, that's all the footage that I'm throwing up, probably like now-ish. But anyway, so I just wanted to talk about a couple of things. Firstly, that the game is gorgeous. I mean, who's to say that it wasn't going to be? Because even compared to Doom 1 or Doom 2016 and Doom Eternal, all the games looked really good. But Doom the Dark Ages just looks also really solid. It runs really well. It's very smooth. I tried playing it on my Series X and on the Series S, and it ran wonderfully on both, which is great because I was a little worried. Also, my bad. I have a little bit of like bedhead right now. I just kind of like woke up and was doing my thing, and I was like, you know what? It's time to yap, all right? So hence why I just kind of woke up and my hair was just sticking up everywhere. It is what it is. Anyway, back to the game. What's really cool is the game actually has cutscenes now, which is dope because really I don't think any Doom game, maybe Doom 3. I've never played Doom 3, at least not in its entirety. I started it a little bit, but none of the other Doom games really have like cutscenes per se. They have, there's a lot of story that's told like through audio logs and through like text logs and like environmental storytelling-esque kind of escapades going on. But Doom the Dark Ages kind of does that too, but it also includes like full-blown like cutscenes. So there's actual, like, you sit down and you watch them and it's telling you a story. And I think that's really cool, but I think it's a dumb point. But I think the only thing I don't like about it is I don't know who anybody is. So it's like they throw you right in the middle of this story that's happening, like with this war, and you're trying to help them fight because you're the Doomslayer. You're like their secret weapon, which is cool, but like I don't really know who anybody is. And if they're in like Doom 2016 or Doom Eternal, I don't remember them because it's just, I played those when they came out. I haven't played Doom 2016, I think, since 2016. And same with Doom Eternal. I think that came out in 2020, but I haven't played that one since it came out either. So it's been a while since I've played these games. So if these characters have anything to do with those games, you got me. I have no idea who they are, which is classic. But another thing is that the shield is completely new in the game, and it's almost reminiscent of like I don't even remember the name of it, the Ripper from Gears of War, where you had the chainsaw like on your weapon. God, I don't remember that. I don't even remember if that's the exact name. I haven't played Gears of War in a while either. I've been playing all this new stuff that's been coming out, but I haven't gone back to play some old things in a minute. But anyway, the chainsaw like shield is really neat. It almost has because you can throw it at enemies and it'll stick into them and kind of stun them while it sits there, and then you can kind of call it back. Kind of very like Thor's hammer, or more specifically, really like Kratos' axe from the new God of War, like God of War 2019 2018, and then God of War Ragnarok. Both games are wonderful. If you've played those, if you haven't, you should. But anyway, so it feels a lot like that, but there's not enough, like, when you call the shield back to you and it kind of like latches onto your arm, there's not enough like feedback there. Like, it doesn't have that same like oomph that God of War has, where it felt really good to throw it and then catch your axe. So it doesn't have like that same appeal, but it is very similar, and it's similar enough to where it's still fun. Like every arena that I bust up into, I'm throwing that bad boy, and it's pinging between, because you can upgrade it. That's a whole nother thing. You can upgrade like basically everything in the game. And the shield can be upgraded too. So like when I throw mine, it kind of like it'll ping off of people, or it'll come back, it'll stun them a little bit longer. It just depends on what I have upgraded at the time. But the shield is cool. I think the shield is a cool addition. You are definitely like a little bit slower in this game compared to other Doom games, but it's not like I feel like some of the pre-release stuff for this game made it seem like you were going to be this like really slow Doom Slayer, but like it's not that slow, at least to me. Look, I mean, compared to 2016 and Doom Eternal, sure, it's a little bit slower, but it's not like you play it and it's still Doom. Like it's still fast. It's going to be faster than like most games that you're going to play now anyway. So, I mean, if you're nervous going into it thinking that it's going to be this slow, I'm a tank-esque Doom game, it's not really like that. It's still very much a Doom game. Like, I feel like I'm playing Doom. Like he still runs really quickly. I'm still throwing my shield well, I say still. The shield's new. Anyway, I'm throwing my shield everywhere. You get mostly... A lot of the weapons are kind of samey from previous Doom games, but I don't even think I have footage for it because I think it's one of the further levels. But you get that really cool gun where like the skulls go into it and it shoots like the shards of the bone. I think that's really dope. But anyway, like it's a lot of cool stuff like that. So it's a good time. It's great, and it's on Game Pass. If you have Game Pass, just play it. If you have PlayStation. You have to buy it, but I still think it's worth like a purchase. Like if you didn't have access to Game Pass, I think it's worth that. Anyway, another thing I wanted to bring up was there is mech fighting in the game. Like you're able to get into these big like Doom Slayer mechs, and these mechs are really cool, and you can like run through these levels that are built specifically for them, which is dope. But those mechs don't have a lot of like move set to them. Like it's pretty much just like punch, stomp the ground, like stagger people, and then you get like a power punch. And then sometimes you can pick up like these like a Gatling gun, like a big machine gun of sorts. Like you can grab things like that, which is cool, but it's very limited. So those missions, I think they're meant to be played like really quickly. Like you're meant to just kind of run in, beat some giant demon ass, and then you're supposed to just kind of continue on. But whenever I play like games, and you might be the same way, but whenever I play games, I kind of play the levels kind of slowly. I kind of walk through them. I try to find especially in Doom games, like I try to find the secrets. I try to find the collectibles without looking up a guide. Like I just try to find everything while I'm playing it naturally. Virtually never 100% successful in finding all those. But the same goes for the mech levels too. Like I try to slowly walk through them and kind of like find things, but I've yet to find anything in them, and I don't know that there's going to be anything in them. I think they feel like they're meant to be just kind of like you run through it, and maybe it takes you like 5 minutes to run through it and kill everything, and then you move on to the next normal Doom Slayer level. And I think that's cool. I mean, I don't have any problems with that. It just makes me wish that there was more to the mechs. And look, I'm only on mission 5. I've played, I think, 2 mech levels so far. I could be wrong. Maybe it's 1, but I think it's 2. Anyway, I've played like 2 mech levels so far, and both of them felt very samey. Like the enemies that you go against they have like more armor on them, or they get stronger, or they have different move sets. But so far, the move sets that I have been the exact same each time, which is kind of disappointing. There's not a lot of variety there, but it's still fun. Like it's still fun because you can. It has like one of those. I don't remember what they call it in Dead Space Remake, but the way that their flesh like comes off their bones and stuff in Dead Space Remake off the necromorphs, it's kind of the same here, where the demons will the stuff will fly off of them, like their skin, their bones, their blood. Like as you're hitting them and killing them, that'll flake off. And it's no different in the mech levels either. Like you'll punch them and skin and particles and stuff will just kind of fly off in one direction. Super dope. Like if you're into that, if you're into the gore side of it, it's there. It could be, I could be wrong, it could be the goriest of all the Doom games so far, at least from what I'm seeing. But I'll leave that up to you whenever you play it. Another cool thing is that there's like these, and I don't have footage of it because it's further in the game. Once again, only have first level footage. But there's these like mini bosses that you can fight. It's like once you get closer to level 4 or 5 and beyond, there's these little bosses you can fight that will, once you kill them, they have, well, firstly, they have different movesets. They have different weapons usually, and they're kind of the same, but they're varied slightly. So like they're the same as some of the other people you go against, but they're not 100% different either. Like there's some small things that are different. But you'll fight them and then they're a little bit stronger. And then once you kill them, then you get like an attribute point. Like it'll go towards like making your health larger, or like you can have a higher shield, or, things like that. So like once you kill them, then you get stronger just kind of like just natively just from beating them. Like you get upgrade points, which is dope. So that's a pretty neat feature, but that almost kind of rolls into it's a very mild con, because once again, I'm only on like level 5. So I don't have there's 22 levels. There's 22 levels. Just so we're clear, there's so many. There's 22. And the only thing I had was like maybe like enemy variety is not crazy. The biggest enemy variety I think I've seen is like when the mini bosses get introduced, because I think there's like maybe 5 or 6 like base enemies that I've seen so far, and it's kind of like the same stuff you see in every Doom game. There's a couple, like I haven't seen like the Revenant yet, and I haven't seen like I don't even know his name, but it's like the floating like eyeball guy. You know who I'm talking about. I haven't seen him either, so like I'm waiting for them to show up, but I've seen a lot of the other ones that have been there, since day one. So those ones are still there. So the only downside, I guess, so far is there's like a very slight like repetitiveness to like the combat, because I'm starting to see the same monsters. And once you kind of learn how to go against those monsters, I mean, you can kind of go in and kind of gauge exactly how the battle's going to go in a lot of cases. And sometimes you don't. Like sometimes it gets way overwhelming and one thing leads to another and you're dead. And it is what it is. But overall, like so far, even only on like mission 5, like it's a great time. It runs really well. And it's just fun. It's just fun to run through, shoot stuff, upgrade your Doomslayer, kind of watch the story cutscenes, even though it's like you're being plopped into a story that like you're having to kind of like learn as you go, like what's happening. It's still a really cool time, and I like what they did with it so far. Like it's really cool, and I think it's worth playing. If you have a PlayStation, maybe buy it. Maybe wait for a sale if you're that kind of person, because I get it. Games are really expensive now. That's mainly why I play a lot of them on Game Pass, because even $20 a month, I don't even know how much that is a year. How much is that a year? Like $320 a year. So $320 a year, or spending like $70, $80 a pop per game that's released. I get it. It's tough out there. That's it. That's why I'm sticking, because $20 a month is far more easy to swallow than spending 70 or 80 a pop at one time. But if you could buy it, it's a great game. If you have the opportunity to play it on Game Pass, it's a fun time. I think you'll really enjoy it. If you liked Doom 2016, if you liked Doom Eternal, you're gonna like Doom the Dark Ages. It's safe to say. But that's all I wanted to do. I wanted to pop in. I wanted to kind of talk about Doom a little bit, kind of get some thoughts out there. And I'm curious if you guys have played Doom. And if you have, I'd love to talk about it, because I'm still playing it. I plan on finishing it. So by the time I make another like game vlog, kind of like this one, I'll probably talk about like the end of it, maybe like how far I've gotten and all that. But it's been a good time, and I've really enjoyed it for what it is so far. So I'd love to hear your thoughts. Let me know if you're liking Doom the Dark Ages down below. We can discuss. Of course, subscribe to the channel if you like stuff like this. I'm kind of new into the game vlogging space, and same with making all of my lore videos that I make. And speaking of which, I actually have some like Oblivion lore videos coming up. So if you guys are into that, I'll have some of those posting soon, which is cool. The brief history of different cities in Oblivion. So keep an eye out for that. That's coming. But otherwise, thank you for being here if you have stayed the entirety of the video. And I'll see you guys next week, because we post every Sunday. So until then, bye-bye.